Welcome back to Kelly's Wild Adventures, everybody. Cemeteries can be different, each in their own way. Some are peaceful and beautiful, while others can be hauntingly scary because of their history. Today we are at the William Ganong Cemetery in Westland, Michigan. Some say it's one of the most haunted cemeteries in all of Michigan. Let me introduce you to the Ganong family portrait. So this cemetery is named after a local farmer who set aside a portion of his farmland for burials in 1832. There's about 350 interments here. Ghost enthusiasts consider the grounds to be haunted. Legend has it many visitors to the cemetery have reportedly seen apparitions among the headstones. There's been several minor car accidents on the road near the cemetery with people claiming they saw something run out into the road in front of them. And by the way, they've got a little bit of equipment out here because they just replaced that fencing. I'll pan to the left. They replaced all that fencing. Now I'll pan to the right. And you can see they got a little bit left down there to replace. So this is a viewpoint looking up onto the hill. Half of the cemetery is up on a hill. And just so you know, there's Metro Airport, Detroit Metro Airport, like 2-3 miles from here. So if you hear some airplanes that are constantly going by, I'm trying to film in between the flights going overhead. Anyways, the Ganong Cemetery has the remains of over 25 members of the Ganong family and many others, including veterans of the Civil War, World War I and World War II. It also has the remains of Albert Ganong, a veteran of the Mexican-American War who perished in Libby Prison in Richmond, Virginia at the age of 17. We're going to try to find some of the headstones, see how many headstones we can find with the Ganong name on them. So I have to tell you, the weather here in Michigan today, at least in my location, it's damp, it's dreary, it's cloudy, there's a misty rain. It's quite fitting. But I want to give you some information on a witch called Gundella. So Gundella, a well-known witch in the Detroit area, is connected to this cemetery through a story about her visit. In 1980, she reportedly stumbled upon something she thought was a blonde wig, which later turned out to be a rotting corpse, sparking interest in the cemetery's haunted reputation. Gundella, whose real name was Marion Kuclo, K-U-C-L-O, in case you want to Google that and research her, was a local celebrity and teacher in the 1970s. And the 1990s for that matter, further adding to the mystique surrounding her visit to this cemetery. And look at this. This is kind of neat. My gimbal will cooperate here. We can get a look up close. Doesn't say anything on this except 1882. We got a big wide open space in here. I don't even know what's in there. I don't want to touch it. I can see some leaves in there. But isn't this little darling cute? So what I want to do from this point of the video forward, I want to give you a whole view of the cemetery starting on the south side, looking north. That's north right there. And then this is kind of like northwest. What I want to do is give you a view of the whole cemetery, and then on the way back, once I reach the other side and I work my way back, I'm going to show you points of interest rather than panning through the whole cemetery like this. So I will find the good stuff once I get to the other side and work my way back. So here, let's walk forward. There's the sign out front, William Gong Cemetery, with the arch. It's written at the top of the arch. There's looking down from up on the hill. Like I said, they have some equipment in here because they're digging posts for that fencing and moving dirt around. So we'll move downward towards the other side. I'll get a good panoramic view here of the bottom portion of the cemetery. There's a post digger right there. Okay, there's the shot. So let's walk forward. You can see what I'm seeing. And then, like I said, I get to the other side. I'll work my way back and only show the high points, things of interest that I can show you that are pretty cool or unique. And by the way, I don't feel anything haunting me right now. You never know. Before we leave, we still have time. I'm glad we have these cool days lately here in Michigan where I live. I don't live too far from here, probably 5 miles. It makes great for breaking out the camera and making some videos for y'all. Okay, so here's where I had shown you earlier, a tombstone, headstone with the Ganong name on it. So I'll pause the camera, see if I can find something unique to show, and we'll go from there. Some of the last bit of fencing they have to put up right over here at this end of the cemetery. I wonder if they're related to Harry Potter. Here we have a little girl catching butterflies. And if we look behind her or in front of her, however you want to say it, we have a stone that says Butler. Now, for some reason, this cemetery is also known as Butler Cemetery, and I don't remember why, but if you're curious, Google that. Westland, Michigan, Butler Cemetery. It's the same thing as Ganong Cemetery. You'll probably be able to find some info on that. Here we have the Wallace plot, family plot, you may say. You got James there, Elizabeth, John, and Annie. They all died in the early 1900s. So some of these are 100 or just under 100 years old, these headstones. We have another tombstone, headstone with the name Butler on it. Okay, so I haven't come across any Ganong headstones yet, but I did come across this veteran headstone. John Andrew Baxter, Michigan, Sergeant 314, MTR Trucking, Company QMC, World War I. August 26th, 1895 to November 21st, 1959. Thank you for your service. This is the far west of the cemetery. We have, I'm guessing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 headstones here. With a dried up wreath on this one. Must be from Christmas and it never got removed. Okay, so it seems like the bottom half of the cemetery, I didn't find any tombstones / headstones with the name Ganong on them, so hopefully we'll see a few up there. There's 25 family members buried in this cemetery with the name Ganong. Man, this tree in front of me is so big, so old. It's kind of creepy. At least at the bottom of it. It's got a rotted off big old tree branch. Now right behind these headstones I seen something very weird. Thought it would get up close on it. I have no idea what it is, and I don't think I want to know what's inside that jar. But I'll get a close-up view for you people watching the video today. I'm not quite sure what that says. I'll move this down here. If you can make that out, let everybody know. Put a comment in the comment section. Okay, so I came across this, which is pretty cool. I used to put this on some of the headstones back in the day. Looks like the top of this headstone is broken off and could be right there to the left. But this reads, "Behold, ye strangers passing by, as you are now, so once was I. As I am now, so you must be. Prepare for death and follow me." In front of us, it looks like we have a collapsed headstone. 4 pieces separated on the ground, or maybe 3. It looks like the middle 2 are still attached. But the base and those 2 still glued together, and the one to the far right that's unattached, they're all just laying there. Maybe someday that'll be taken care of. All 4 of these monuments say Butler on them, so I'm starting to understand why this was also called Butler Cemetery. The Butler name must have had a lot to do with this cemetery. If you're interested in researching that, go right ahead on Google. I think when I get home I'm gonna go ahead and refresh my memory on it. This is the far southwest of the cemetery. It looks like a little cleaning needs to be done in this area. These people here died in the 40s and the 50s. And I don't know if there's anything over that way. I don't see anything. Okay, so 75% of this cemetery has been covered. I'm gonna head right up there. So it seems like the airplane traffic above is slowing to a halt, which is good, so I can film this video. I see 3 tombstones here. Do you guys see 3 of them? I found something unique about these 3, at least one of the 3. This one right over here has been swallowed by the tree trunk. Look at that. It's as if the tree ate this headstone, at least half of it. I don't think I've seen anything like this in a long time. How unique. We have another butterfly catcher amongst us. Okay, so I found the Ganong family plot and also this flagpole without a flag on it. But right about in the middle of your screen is the main monument that says Ganong on it. Let's get up a little closer. Okay, here we have a tombstone with the name Ganong on it. And some of these others are very hard to make out. And some of them just say mother and father on them, I think. It says something under mother. Oh, it says Mother Mary. This one says father, but I'm not sure what it says underneath it. Maybe Charles. We have the Ganong monument. We have another with the name Mother on here. Albert, son of. I'm not sure what that says. It's hard for me to read. Maybe it'll come out better on camera for you. Okay, I see at least one more with the name. No, I thought that said Ganong from a distance. It doesn't. So we found a few of the Ganong family members' burial sites within the cemetery. And we just about reached the end of the tour of the haunted Ganong cemetery. And with that being said, I'm going to leave you with Gundella, the Good Witch.